Hello, ladies and mental gents. This is Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition. I'm Mekarazium, and today we're gonna go fast. Faster than the, well, whatever deity you believe in. There is a small thing that you can do here. It's very important, so you have to take Devil May Cry. Just to get slightly more power. That does not mean we're gonna use it, but, well, maybe those of you who never played this game before, well, or like played already, well, you're gonna find it impressive, maybe. So first of all, this is a new game category. So first of all, what we're gonna do is, well, change some settings. I'm not a normal person, I'm a Russian, and that's why I play on a keyboard. You see this thing? Gamepad! We don't play on these gamepads because they look very bad. We play on a Russian keyboards. They look brutal. Yeah! And well, Nero, Dante, whatever. We're gonna play normal difficulty, Devil Hunter, and well, turn off the tutorial and automatic things because we are not casuals. So we're gonna start a timer in well, whenever the save message disappears. So in like 3, 2, go. Hell yeah! Let's go. So, this is the game I've been playing for the last year and a half. I've optimized a lot of things in this game. I made 2 completely new routes, made a tutorial, made a bunch of notes, found some new skips, and well, it's just the game that I like a lot. That's why we're gonna beat some red guy with our Buster Hand. So, I think I'll start from the very basics of the game, because, well, I realize that some of you guys might see this game for the first time. And despite this game looks kind of anime, weeby, I don't care. There is a bunch of things that you have to remember when you're trying to speedrun this game. And well, series in general. So Devil May Cry games are very technical, kind of somewhat RNG based games where you have to execute a lot of things and keep attention to a lot of things. These things can be bad, the things can be not bad, they can be very good, but in general you just want to pay attention to everything that's happening on your screen. So pretty much, in all of the Devil May Cry games, maybe besides Devil May Cry 5, that we didn't completely routed yet, you have to get some no damage missions for the start. So Devil May Cry 4 is not an exception. We are gonna play first 2 missions extremely safe. And so by extremely safe I mean we just can't get a hit. Because if you take a hit in general, you lose a lot of money, and we need money, a lot of money. But before we continue, there is a skip that we can do. Well, very easy stop. You go over here, jump backwards, and well, use something called inertia. You know, lads, well, when I was learning in school, I learned some physics, and well, inertia is a very cool thing. Not every game has it, but well, whenever the game has it, it's usually good. Hell yeah! So pretty much what you just saw was an inertial setup. Inertial setups in this game, we're gonna use them like 5 times, I think. All of these 5 times we're gonna use them for, technically for the skips, but more advanced stuff can be also put if you are not playing this game for the efficiency way, also known as the speedrunning way, but for this style. But well, I think if you like know about the style version of Devil May Cry 4, like Devil May Cry 3, like I don't have to talk about them a lot, because well, if you don't, well, let me just briefly explain. So what you see right now is a speedrun being done efficiently. So speedruns in general are the playthrough of the game done with as much efficiency as possible. So like, you don't take extra hits, you don't buy unnecessary stuff, you play it perfectly. If you are playing stylishly, so like you're playing with style, you focus not on playing as efficient as you can, so like you ignore the speed and but instead you try to make fun of the enemies. You want to play with them, juggle them, like hit them with the sword, jump cancels, yada yada yada, and use inertia. I think that Devil May Cry 5 does not have. Wow, what a roast, mecha. So yeah, these games are good. I recommend playing them, at least casually. So right now we're coming to our first boss. I didn't took any safety measures because, well, marathon runs and, well, hell yeah. This is the fire pony. We are gonna use a very difficult cycle that nearly killed me right now. And, well, what you just saw is one of the strats that I've made for this boss. Basically, we want to knock him down to past the first health gate by using your sword and sometimes your, well, pistol. And, well, finish the boss off. Oh, I didn't. I fucked up a little bit. Does not matter because we still get the attack that we need to get. So basically, what I'm trying to do right now is I'm doing an AI manipulation, which is caused by my positioning. So like, by changing my position, I can manipulate the pattern that the boss will give to me. I get no damage mission 2, that means that we have a run. Yeah! Hell yeah! If you get a hit during the first 2 missions, you have to reset the run, because the game is just kind of too optimized. Sorry, like, I just don't like leaving the games not touched, okay? Sorry. So because we got no damage bonus, we can purchase a lot of interesting things. So we buy Charge Shot 3 because Charge Shot 3 is extremely broken thing in the game. Most of the players ignore it because, well, they don't know how much damage this thing gives. And we buy a thing called Streak. We're gonna use both of these throughout the run for various reasons. In example, we're gonna use Streak to stop some movement tech, and we're gonna use Charge Shot 3 against all the enemies in the game, without any exceptions. Well, again. So, I think I should continue with the tech. I don't know, maybe tech is not something you want to hear, because, well, if I'll start like counting the tech, well, it's gonna take a while. So here is a pun. Do you know what, there is a player called Chaser Tech, and he told me to never, like, ever touch these, well, guys called Frosts, like, in my life at all. Well, I've just touched both of them. So these enemies, Frosts, are very tough to deal with, but because we have Charge Shot and we technically are very good players in this game, we don't have any problems. Some casual players do because they try to bastard these enemies and they leave themselves kind of wide open. But we don't, because, well, again, we are playing on a different level. We are not casuals, we are speedrunners that are playing the game on the keyboard. Doesn't matter. So welcome to the Torture Chamber. Torture Chamber cycles is, well, probably my favorite. My favorite cycle in the game, because it, like, clearly shows an optimization that I'm trying to make right now, but I kind of failed. So the main idea is to use your Charge Shot against the enemies that have more HP than the rest of the enemies. And, well, we're gonna follow that rule a lot. Skip, by the way. Hell yeah! First try. The reason this rule is kind of important, especially in this run, is because technically Devil May Cry 4 and, like, Devil May Cry games in general, they like a mix yeah, they kind of a mix of the old games. All of the games, all of them, no exceptions. An example, well, there is a fighting game section. Well, technically, this game is pretty much a fighting game if you'll throw a bunch of things out of it. This game is an adventure game because you have to backtrack a lot of times. This game is also a strategic game because you have to manage your health, your money, and well, all the stuff. And well, this game is also an RTS strategy because we're gonna get some grenades, like you know, to amplify your troops. This is holy water. They serve as a way to get rid of the big enemies extremely fast. They deal a lot of damage, and we're gonna use a bunch of them during the run. So yeah, gonna do some AoE setups right now by following the rule that I have said earlier. So again, like, I just want to throw the enemies close to each other, so the explosion from the charge shot is gonna reach to them all. And I want to use my charge shot on the enemies that don't have a lot of health, so I can continue dealing as much efficient damage as I could. New enemies, by the way, charge shot them, and well, they're done. They can sometimes retaliate with their shield. We don't really care about that because, well, we're just, well, you know, it doesn't matter. It actually does not matter. What does matter is the character that we are playing. We're playing Nero. Nero is, well, kind of a bipolar kid, you know? So, if you've played this game before, you probably know that Nero likes to cry a lot. Kyrie! No! Woo, woo, woo. And etc. While in game, he's like, hell yeah! Smack that! Hell yeah! Like, so like, it's just two completely different characters. And it's kind of hard to imagine what the game would look like if this game didn't have Beyblades. Well, I mean, Beyblades, yeah. I mean, like, we don't have these in Russia, but still, does not matter. Like, does not matter at all. Gyro blades in this run are used kind of small amount of times, but whenever we use them, it's pretty much an RNG fiesta. Gyro blades like to automatically lock onto the closest enemy, and you can't really control which direction they are going because, well, outlock on. And we're gonna try to manipulate the RNG of these gyro blades by taking a specific setups. Can I? Thank you. So we would not get memed a lot. Oh yeah, by the way, we've completed mission 3 without damage, and that allows us to get slightly more like abilities later on. So yeah, that's not what I wanted to do. That's not what I wanted to do. Well, yeah, you can see the memes, they're happening already. Yep, should be fine. So right now I'm gonna stop a so-called gyro blade glitch. So, gyro blade glitch represents a way of setting up the gyro blades by using using the gyro blade that we've left behind. Oh, memed again. So like, that gyro blade that we left behind, we don't need it in general. Because these seals at the center, they don't track the gyro blade that we, well, stolen or like took. These seals track the gyro blades that we just recovered right now. So basically, that gyro blade that we've left behind will go back right after we exit this room. And this is kind of important, because it saves a lot of time. It's not very hard to set up, as you kind of saw, but still. Okay, I got lucky. Bam. So here, another gyro blade setup. We're gonna use a thing called Exceed. Oh yeah, this is a tag that I didn't really like spoke about until now, but I think it's kind of a perfect place to start talking about that, because Exceed is the thing that actually make this run very hard to run, in my opinion. So basically, what Exceed does is it amplifies your next hit by a specific value. Okay? So that value is, I think, it differs for every single hit. But whenever the hit is exceeded, so whenever you can exceed the hit, that hit becomes much faster, it deals like slightly more damage, and more importantly, it allows us to get slightly more stylish points. So I'm not gonna talk about style, at least for now, because well, it's not that it's not like we need a lot of style right now. But exceeds, yeah, they're important, a lot of importance in the run. And well, I'm gonna talk about exceeds later, because right now we're gonna fight the run killer boss. Jump, no, fuck, that's not good. Okay, we got lucky. Jump. Okay, so basically this boss can meme your run away, because this boss has like 5 different openings, and we have to figure out which opening this boss does by the very first frames after the cutscene ends. So like, whenever the black screen ends, we have to figure out which pattern we are getting. That's, well, kind of hard to do, you know. But, well, not a big problem. Not a big problem. Seriously, not a big problem. Mission 5, we don't buy anything because, well, because we are not casuals. We are not casuals. And we're gonna use another technique right now. Not the hardest tech in the world, but a very important one, called Snatch Cancelling. So Snatch Cancelling resembles a way that you can cancel your grapple move, so like, which you can pull the enemies to you, and well, yourself to them if they are big enough, by using your Exceed command. Remember when I've been talking about Exceed, I told about, well, we're gonna start it next time. I mean, talk about it. Mission 5 is kind of the mission where you have to start talking about it, because if we don't count Exceeds being somewhat, like, important... Oh yeah, cool stuff, by the way. Like, if you want to talk about that, we can clearly see that we are gonna use this technique, Snatch Cancelling, a lot against these enemies. These enemies are called Fausts, and, well, they're kind of boring to kill, like, seriously. They're kind of resistant to your attacks until you break their cloak, and it happens that that technique, Snatch Cancelling, is very efficient against their cloak. So what we're gonna do is that we're gonna take a specific angle so we can get some AoE damage first. Then we're gonna cycle 3 scarecrows. So then we're gonna get these amazing Fausts. First Faust will get a charge shot, and the second one we're gonna snatch cancel them. Oh well, that works too. Well, I'm gonna have to kill this guy then. Again, like, snatch cancel and kill them. If you still didn't notice how am I doing this, I'm gonna break it down. So, snatch move, also known as the move that pulls the enemies to you or you to them, has 3 different states. So the first state is the startup phase, where the Nero takes a specific stance where you can't kind of do anything. So imagine as you being stunned. So next, there is an active frame, so when you're actually shooting your hand forward or like towards the enemy. During the active frame, if the hit connects, it will pull the enemy backwards. If not, well, the hand will just come back to you. If during the active frames, at the very end of them, you'll start mashing your exceed button, you'll get this amazing tech. Mission 6, we're buying some stuff. More importantly, we're buying a second jump, which is gonna be very useful in this mission. And we're charging our charge shot 3 at the very start, so we can just do this specific cycle. We didn't get a very good RNG here, but not a problem. Sometimes you get a good RNG, sometimes you don't. Okay, so yeah, we don't fight these enemies too much in the run, so yeah, hell yeah, nice. So the next room is meme. I think you like memes, guys. Hell yeah. So basically, this is the dice room. This room is pseudo random because some players just mash the shit out of this room, and well, they don't realize that the cube is actually goes by the same numbers. So it goes like 4, 2, 6, 3, 5, 1. Wait, what? Yeah, I need 3. Wait, 3. Nice. So what you have to do is we have to touch yellow buttons once, so we can basically skip stuff away. Hell yeah. 5, 1, nice. So imagine this like a dice game. It is a dice game. So like whenever you touch red field, you're gonna have a bad time. Whenever you touch green one, you'll be good. And now we're gonna fight the worst boss in the entire Devil May Cry series. Hell yeah! Windows! Hell yeah. So like, it's basically fighting with the Windows. Like, I have no clue why the devs hate Windows 95, because well, I'm still using it. Okay. So basically we have to reflect these swords back at this amazing window, hoping that we won't fall down and well, we won't get memed by the blades. So far so good. Technically, if you get no damage mission 6, you can get a lot of souls, and we'll... Yeah, nice. Very nice start for the mission 6. Gonna grab here a little bit more orbs for the route to be nice. Hello, thank you. Nice. Okay, so what you just received is we received a thing called Devil Trigger. Devil Trigger is another reason why this game is kind of hard to speedrun. Because, well, Devil Trigger management is very important in the run. In example, we're gonna use Devil Trigger right now to smash against this Angelo and, well, meme him away to death. So, Devil Trigger offers you a very huge damage boost for a very limited amount of time. And to replenish this Devil Trigger bar, we have to play either very stylishly. So, like, we have to combine the different moves, get a very interesting, like, stuff. Or... Да что ж такое, блядь, что ты делать будешь? It's a bless, nothing special, so like... Just doesn't matter. Just have some, like, bad time. Doesn't matter. So what you just saw is that you saw a meme. So the thing about the meme is that if you're getting hit, you don't get as much orbs as you probably need, as you want. Doesn't matter. What matters is kind of, well, this is bad because from like that we kind of have to get some missions without getting hit. If you want to play extremely optimal way, like I'm trying to do right now, because I'm not taking a single safe strat in a run, you kind of want to finish the first 5 missions without getting hit, then get hit at the mission 6. So, well, because getting no damage mission 6 is considered a meme. And if you'll follow these amazing steps of mine and that amazing tutorial that I've made that nobody looked upon at all, I feel sad. you will get a specific amount of orbs to afford a very interesting strat called a showdown strat that we'll be using on a boss later on. But for now, let's just enjoy the quick switch from the frosty land castle-ish like stuff to the jungle. Do you know like what happens in the jungle? Okay, if you don't, I'm gonna tell you a story. A very quick story, guys, about a lion. That's not actually a lion, but a snack. Everyone loves a snack. A snack that's not even a snake, but a dragon. So, I think you got the idea. So, mission 7 is, well, pretty much run reset mission. Let's hope I won't get memed. So, the ways we complete this mission kind of vary based on your skill level. The way I'm gonna do this mission is I'm not gonna take any safety measures. I'm just gonna go in, guns blazing. I see, I'm not like the rest of the speedrunners. These speedrunners like to play safely on a marathon. I don't. I don't play safe on a marathon because I know what I can do. In example here, I'm using a very tough strat. I fucked up. Nah, does not matter. Jump, 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 skip. Nice. So this is a very interesting skip that we can do here. It's actually a triple skip that you can do. Nice. So this is the first two skips. And now we've come to the Ruined Valley. It's called Ruined Valley because most of the runs die here. Can I snatch? Thank you. So we are not gonna take any safety measures, so like let's just do the skip. Casual players hit the button. This angle is bad. But I'm not a casual player. That's why I do the skip for the first time. Hell yeah! So yeah. So pretty much, up until the end of the game, there will be no risky moments for the run, if you're playing good enough. I play good, so I don't have to kind of pay attention to what I'm doing, like at all. And well, that's kind of what makes Devil May Cry games kind of special for the speedrun, because speedrunning this game is both fun and hard at the same time. So you don't have a very, like, static route that you have to follow. You don't have something that you have to manage, like continuously grind from time to time in order to like get good. All you have to do is like get some, let's say, perception, like get some knowledge, get some experience with the game, and this will allow us to kind of clear through the game very fast, because the game, like, it doesn't have static things at all. You have to adapt yourself. You have to adapt your like moves, your inputs. You have to adapt yourself to the situations this game throws at you. And the exceed tech that I was talking like earlier on, it's another example of that. So because the next boss is very easy, kind of easy. Well, we're gonna discuss the exceed tech more thoroughly through the next section of the game. And right now, well, it's just another boss fight. That's actually a very giant cycle that we have to flawlessly execute. So let's see if I can do that. Release, charge shot, streak, jump, caliber, roulette spin. Fine, attack, charge shot again. She changes her phases. Double jump, start hitting her. Use your Del trigger and start hitting her with all your attacks being exceeded once. A bunch of air attacks so we can get some style points out of that and just finish her off. Nice. Mission 7, no damage. We got it. Hell yeah. Nice. So, Mission 7 no damage does not give us a lot of orbs that go through the level without paying attention, because we actually got a lot of souls now. Nice. So we're buying a thing called Showdown. And we're gonna use a very risky cycle, very RNG based cycle, but again, I'm not casual. So I'm just gonna go in. So speaking of the exceeds, exceed system is actually what makes this game hard to run, at least for the first part of the game. Exceed can be explained in kind of like, if simply it can be explained in in two sentences. If you are playing this game very good, you'll get a lot of exceeds. If you are not, well, just practice. That's all. So what exceed does is, well, let's imagine a window. That window opens at the specific amounts of time every single time you attack. So in theory, there is nothing between you and the game at all. So you just have to memorize the things in general. So like, you have to memorize the timings of the window being opened. And the problem is that window is well, it allows you to go through only one time. So whenever you are making your hit, you have only only one attempt at getting the exceed. Exceed, you have to exceed tap either like after the hit has been done very shortly, and that will give you an exact. So exact charges your sword by 1 bar. The bars or like your charge level can be saw at the top left corner. Like I can just show you. So like this is the way you should go. Wait, where do I go? Yeah, left. So like this is the exceed bar. So right now you see 1 bar at all. Exceed gets utilized by your special moves, so like Streak, Split, Caliber, and well, that's probably, and like a bunch of other moves as well. But your regular attacks, they don't get, they utilize only 1 bar to get amplified hit. So again, very important. Oh yeah, we're coming to the, I think the best boss from the Devil May Cry series. So like Credo. Let's see if we can land a very good cycle. Showdown him. Don't go back. Nice. Turn out Del Trigger. Taunt him. Nice. Nah, couldn't get the spear. Okay, we're gonna dodge his attacks a little while. Combo him in the air because we need some Del Trigger. And we're gonna bait his, like this. Oh, come on. Got memed twice. Happens. Red shield. Like, if you dodge against this boss very often, you will get some Devil Trigger, and we kind of need that. Because, like, one of the mechanics of this game is that you get Devil Trigger whenever you are dodging. And, well, jumps in general.
Alright, 1 second here. We're trying to get him back up. Looks like his connection died.
What is a marathon without tech problems?
There we go.
It's not a tech problem, it's just, well,
Well,
some
you know what I
memes.
mean. It's still somewhat of a tech problem.
Oh, okay. Whatever you say. So, uh, hell
There
yeah.
you go. Alright, I'll leave you to it again.
Nice. So... Hello again! You missed me? Probably, maybe not. So for the mission 9 we're gonna get a little bit of upgrades so we can continue. We're gonna sell Showdown because we don't need this anymore. And we're gonna play a little game. So you see, there is an enemy called Alto Angelo. These yellow guys. So this yellow guy can give you a ball. Oh, here's the ball. And you see, like, you can deflect this ball with your attacks or your charge shot. And usually when I don't get the ball, I start screaming something like, "Give me the ball! Give 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 me the ball!" Something like that. But because we get the ball, you didn't hear that at all. I hope. So like, we just want to sure that this guy gives us this attack. And we can do that by either taunting him or breaking his... No, come on, you had to do this attack. So like, we just want to taunt this guy and roll from all of his attacks so he can give us the second ball. Nice. Every ball saves like 20 seconds, so it's kind of important to get as much balls as you can. Technically you just need like how much? Like 4 balls, but that's again, that's more than enough. And well, we're slowly coming to the point of the run, where our, like, where the cycles, the thing that like you utilize most of the times, they don't really work. What works instead is the freestyle. So you see, despite the game being optimized to a point where you have to utilize a very specific amount of like attacks to kill the enemy, you have to kind of freestyle in a game. Wow, that's a nice meme. So like, you see the problem. If you want to go optimally, you have to freestyle a little bit. Oh, I don't have the L trigger. Well, that sucks. And well, that's why it's kind of important to just utilize your... Okay, got some L trigger. Nice, got the setup. Okay, so basically we're just trying to step the fastest kills like possible in this room by using some specific attacks. But if these attacks cannot be executed, like because the enemies are performing badly or like something else, you just have to freestyle. So like, you have to move at your own, because well, as I said earlier, there is no real guides for this game besides, well, besides the one that, well, I've made and like the notes that I've made. But the general rule that I technically give the people that are trying to learn this game, or like DMCs in general, is that, well, don't look at the world record runs, don't look like at all, just trying to find your own strategies. And like, if the rest of the speedruns are like being played around like, hey, just look at the world record strats and well, just replicate the shit that guy made. Devil May Cry games are based around look to the, like, look at the world record, realize that you can do like a single portion of the stuff that he's making, and find your own way of doing these strats. Because every single strat that I've been showing to you past like around 42 minutes or like 43 minutes, I think. I don't have live split going on, so like I'm just saying by the feeling how this run feels like. So like, there is a much easier way to go through every fight. So yeah, in mission 10 we're buying a thing called Max Act. So Max Act is another very important thing in the Devil May Cry speedrunning, especially Devil May Cry 4 speedrunning. Because Max Act requires you to perform frame perfect inputs for the charge. Did I get it? Nice. This is Crazy Russian Cycle. Nobody has done that besides me yet, so I can easily call it Crazy Russian Cycle. Oh, quick drop cycle failed. Fuck. Doesn't matter. So, well, you can kind of just time your like inputs right and just go through these lasers without slowdown. So yeah, really alpha gameplay here. So what I'm about to do, guys, is I'm gonna show you why Devil May Cry 5, the game that was released like in the April 8th, kind of bad. I'm gonna show you guys why inertia is extremely important. And I'm gonna show you guys what can dedication give to you. I'm gonna show you mission 10 skip. So first of all, you have to position yourself correctly. Take a very quick setup here, caliber, and use inertia with a combination of charge shots to go through this room without falling down. This is how it's done. Hell fucking yeah. This skips like a long fight below, so yeah. This skip is found by me, by the way. Okay, so here is the kind of the angel fight, but we're not gonna fight them at all. We're gonna just use holy water because we're speedrunners, not casuals. Break this lantern for some Del Trigger, and we're gonna cycle Dante. So buster him and use charge shots. Then we are just gonna bait him to do some attacks like this one, and we're gonna do this again. So now we want to taunt him so he can give us a bit more attacks. And now we want to time our attacks in such a way that... Oh, magic pixel memes. Nice. Nice. So again, all of this combined is kind of what makes the speedrun hard to kind of learn and hard to practice, because you don't practice like a specific segments of the run because, well, you know, you don't practice these segments. Can I get max? Nice. Oh yeah, we're gonna see a skip. This should work. This failed because holding more than 2 buttons is bad for the keyboard. Let's do it again. Nice. Second try. So it makes the game kind of hard to practice because imagine you have to time your inputs consistently throughout the run to get optimal damage. You have to utilize the enemy patterns in order to get quicker fights. You have to play around the fact that, well, this game... What the... That's strange. Well, does not matter. So like, it's just very hard to practice. And like, the people that are like kind of run this game on the speedrun.com, these are the players that already okay, fine. These players are already played at least one Devil May Cry title before, like on their speedrun profile. So like, that makes the game slightly easier for them. But because the mechanic is kind of different in all the games, an example like the very small mechanics that nobody cares... Oh, I got 3 balls, nice. Like, nobody cares about... they are very important in the speedrun. Didn't buffer enough. Nice. I should mention that we're coming to the end of this run very shortly, because there is, well, this boss, you know, that we have to clear very fast, and well, we'll be done. Oh, I memed. fine. Going to with a theory route that I've made someday. Well, memed. Okay, we're gonna do. Excuse me. Okay, that's something I didn't plan. Well, you know, the end of the run, you know, guys, happens. Nice. So we can parry this hand by moving slightly forward and to the left. Got him. So make one roulette spin and just beat the devil out of this guy. So stop the timer in 3, 2, 1, stop! Time. Yay! We cleared the game! Woo! World record pace! Wow! Hell yeah! Well, it's not the end of the run, that was a G-bait. Hell yeah! So, what happened is our emotional kid with bipolar problems got kidnapped by some giant statue, and we have to kind of save him right now by using this amazing devil called Dante. So Dante is a completely different character that makes this game even harder to learn and to practice. Like, imagine, in how many speedruns you have to play more than one character at the same, like, in the same run. Not because, like, it's optional, but because you are forced to. Like, oh, I've been playing extremely well today. Wow, nice. I also have 5 holy honors. Holy shit. Nice. So, say hello to the Dante. Dante can easily make your hands look like a sponge, but because we are not casuals, we're not gonna have any problems with that. Use Holy Water because we don't have a tool to get rid of the enemies fast enough. We're gonna make a quick skip here by using our Stinger, and well, just using two air dashes to finish this off. Nice. Nice. We take this red ore crystal so we can get slightly more orbs for the orb route that we've made earlier. And well, say hello to the Faust. The cycle against these enemies is very risky because if you fail this cycle, you might have a problem. Because you have to target your first attack called Prop in the opposite direction of the enemy, but the second attack called Shredder, which serves as a follow-up to this attack, you have to execute directly at the enemy by using your lock-on button. So yeah, like, that's kind of hard, you know? Hell yeah! And well, yeah. So, as Dante, you have an access to 4 styles. Trickster, Swordmaster, Gunslinger, and Royal Guard. Each of these styles resemble a specific way you can play this character. So Trickster boosts your dodging abilities. You can dodge a lot, like you gain like just a bunch of things that allow you to trick the enemies in general. So like a bunch of teleports, like some tricks, sky dashes, like air dashes I mean, and like other stuff. Your Swordmaster style boosts your melee capabilities, so like it allows you to play a little bit more offensive with your melee weapons. Royal Guard allows you to perform these blocks, which are frame perfect most of the times. Can I get the ball? Give me the ball, give me the ball, give me the ball, give me the ball. Nah, that's suicide. It's not that like blocking is necessary in this game, it's just I just wanna look cool. So I'm gonna parry this guy like I'm crazy guy. Like crazy. Literally crazy. Look, I'm a crazy guy, I'm gonna parry this guy easily. Come on, come here. I know that it's kind of slow, but still. Hell yeah! Parried this guy. So there is 3 types of parrying in this game. I mean, 2. Actually 2 because it's... hell yeah! Because it's not Devil May Cry 3. So there is a regular parry that you can perform by just using your Royal Guard style. And there is a Royal Parry. So Royal Parry is frame perfect. So imagine, like, there is frame perfect charge that you can execute in theory, and there is frame perfect guard that you can utilize in run. Well, too sad that the Royal Guard in this game is garbage, and well, in Devil May Cry 5, in Devil May Cry 5, Royal Guard is kind of strong. So yeah, we're gonna use all of the styles besides the Royal Guard. Well, because I just wanted to show what Royal Guard can do to you. We're gonna see Gunslinger later in the run, in Mission 16, more importantly. And now we're gonna kind of backtrack. Backtracking in this game is something people hate about this game, but well, I don't think like that's a very big problem. Devil May Cry 4 was kind of rushed, and well, despite the game was rushed, just imagine. This game lived 10 years without slowing down, with its own community, like just making this game alive as ever. Like, because this game, it just looks good, it feels good, like it rewards you with like a lot of good things. Incoming reset seems memed. I just got a very bad pattern with these enemies. So like, it's not that the speedrun community is kind of active because, well, for various reasons. One of the reasons why speedruns of these games are kind of dead is because for the casual, like, viewers, the top level of the Devil May Cry games is playing stylishly, so like playing with style. So while the speedrunning is considered kind of a meme, so like, why would you speedrun a game where the goal is to play like with style? I consider it kind of fun because, as I said earlier, I might know the mechanics that are going to be behind the style strats, but I can't pull them off. So what everyone would do? They would go and speedrun and prove their worth to the people that have no clue what's happening. Woo! Instead of actually learning the tech. Woo! Easy world record. Woo! Well, the only exception that I actually worked my way to the world record. So like, I didn't took the game, took some like shitty category and like just got the record. I played this game a lot, and here's the results. Like, I have the record. It's optimized, it looks cool, I feel good about it, and well, I'm gonna submit this game to the ESA marathon. Hopefully that it will actually get in, so yeah. So as Dante, you don't have a much of arsenal right now. We're gonna fix that in a second. But still. So the way we kill this boss is that we abuse this... oh, come on, you just had to do this attack. Is that we abuse this attack called Prop Shredder. And we utilize a Devil Star to beat the devil down. Hell yeah! Nice. Use Holy Order so we can quickly finish the boss off. And we got the Gilgamesh. We're gonna utilize Gilgamesh throughout the rest of the run for the fights. Not because this weapon deals a lot of damage, but because how efficiently it deals the damage. So, Gilgamesh in Devil May Cry 4 has a hidden mechanic called Just Charge. So Just Charge mechanic is, I think, frame perfect? Yeah, it's probably frame perfect. I'll explain this mechanic a little bit later on, but for now, all you have to do is like, all you have to know is that Gilgamesh can charge your attacks up to like a second level or like third level. It does not really matter. So, and if you release your attack button, your charge button, whenever you're charging in between the attacks, you can get a just charge attack, which serves as a, well, as just a very strong hit in general. We're gonna combine it with another technique called distortion. Don't mess up with the runner distortion. He runs Dark Souls. He doesn't run such a garbage game like Devil May Cry game. Because, well, who needs Devil May Cry games? Like, seriously. Despite all of the tech stuff behind the game, like, there is barely any runners. Like, nobody wants to learn the game, so hell yeah. Well, that's actually kind of sad. So, following up, we're gonna go back to the castle, and for this specific room, we're gonna use a cycle, which is completely based on the mechanic I've told about, the just charges. So we want to knock these enemies down first, and then we wanna use our just charge against these enemies. And by doing this, we can instantly one-shot these enemies without using much of a hustle. Nice. So, yeah. So basically, if we won't count that the game has been out for like 10 years, because it was originally released in 2008, the special edition of this game is actually worse than the vanilla one. Because, well, if we'll compare the loading times and all of that— ah, don't kill me! Thank you. I got nearly memed by this thing called Fault. If you'll fall to this tentacle dude, tentacle enemy, you'll be teleported in the arena where you'll be punished for your mistakes, and well, you don't want to do that, like, at all. It happened like thrice in my runs, and I think a bunch of persons have specific clips where I'm just endlessly screaming like "Ree!" So yeah, it happened before. So like, just don't fall down, like, guys. Just, it's my advice. Don't do that. Nice. So, speaking of the distortion, I think it's better to start the explanation now because it's kind of like complicated to explain. So like, distortion utilizes two main mechanics of the game. So, mechanic of the contact hits, which comes directly from the fighting games, and the Devil Trigger that we'll be using a little bit later today. So, in the fighting games, there is a specific frame where your attack deals hit. So like, as I said earlier, like active frames. So during the active frames where the hit is being done, you can activate your Devil Trigger to, let's say, to amplify your damage a lot. Like, to basically just make a lot of damage from nothing. Oh, that's a mistake. Nice. Hell yeah! Perfect dodge. I mean, perfect block. So by using distortion with a combination of the rest of our arsenal, including just charge attacks from the Gilgamesh, we can stop a very interesting cycles, I should say. In example, the boss of this mission, well, which is gonna be very interesting. I can swear. We're gonna utilize distortion with a combination of the just charge attack if, well, if the fight will go wrong. Technically, distortion is kind of enough. Ball, not a ball. Nice. So here was the example of distortion. To kill the Angelus, we don't have to use distortion, thankfully. But the big one with the shield, you have to use distortion because otherwise he will not die. Okay, we're gonna farm a little bit more orbs here because, well, you know, we are kind of bad at the game, so well, yep. So yeah. Basically, the second part of the game, we're just gonna backtrack through the original locations of the game that we've already played already, and we'll just finish the things off. Should work. Oh, that's I miss. Okay. I'm just trying to like stop a frame. Here we go. It's like I was trying to use some AoE strats to kill all of these scarecrows instantly with the AoE attack, but it seems that I failed. Fine. So right now we're coming to the torture chamber again. In the torture chamber there is two important parts that we have to do. So first of all, there will be a lot of frosts. I'll take some HP, I think. So frosts are kind of easy to deal as Dante, but well, so anything can go wrong, you know. Not because of the RNG, but because, well, you can just perform the cycle wrong, and we don't want to do that at all. There is also a small optimization that you can do as Dante. You can jump cancel off your real impact attack that, well, I'm doing right now to start setting up your next enemy a little bit faster, like I've just done. This is a skip that you can do. Very easy one, by the way. And well, we're moving to the next part. Slowly but steadily. This is another room where you fight the Blitz. Nobody likes the Blitz, but, well, again, we're using Holy Orders to kill both of the Blitzes in this run. Like, not because, well, we can't handle the Blitz, but because it's just faster. You know, like, we don't use Holy Orders because we're bad at this game, we're using it because it's actually faster to just use Holy Order than not to use it. Hell yeah! 2 perfect blocks. Nice. Nice. So now we're gonna fight the frog again, and hopefully I'll show you how much distortion deals damage. Like, actual how much damage. Should work. Well, yep, that's a distortion, guys. Not the streamer, but the mechanic that can be widely abused as Dante. And now, if you guys played this game before, you might know that mission 16 is a mission where you kind of boring mission, you know, like nobody wants to play this mission because it's kind of yeah, la 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 la. Wait, so what do I sell? I sell this probably. Yeah, I'll sell this. So what do I need? Gunslinger. So like, you remember that there is a poison room, nobody likes it, nobody wants to talk about it, but, well, you have to. Thankfully, there is a skip. Kind of a new one that we found, and hopefully I'll be able to handle it with my first try. So... Hell yeah! First try. So this skip saves you a holy water. Around 3 fights, and it just makes the run 2 minutes faster. This skip alone made me impressed. This kit was found by Oni-san, a guy that's been styling. So like that's again an example of the stylish player actually like having some input, some value, some stuff on the speedrunning stuff. Hell yeah. And well, again, like, it does not make the speedrunning bad, it's just another approach, you see? Oh, I kind of... Oh wait, I can just do this instead. Yep. So the reason I've used Del Star here is because we kind of need some Del Trigger for the next boss, which, as you probably don't remember already, but it's gonna be a Fire Pony. We're gonna handle Fire Pony by using Distorted Real Impacts with a combination of Distorted Real Impacts and more Distorted Real Impacts. So, if you're interested about actually having a proper explanation about Real Impact and, well, that mechanics in general, I would recommend checking out Chaser Tech, Dervadok, and, well, Turtle Sensei. Turtle Sensei kind of focuses on the style approach of the game, but he has a very good explanation of the mechanics that Nero, like mostly Nero, can utilize in his gameplay. All of these players are actually super awesome, so hell yeah. Burial, 2 Stingers, wait for the attack, jump, start checking your attack. Distort your second or your third hit, otherwise the damage will be kind of reduced. And we'll just hit him with your punch, like this. So, by killing the Burial and killing the Frog, we received 2 new weapons. So we received a Pandora's Box, which can be transformed to the 7 different weapons, and we're gonna use 2 of them in this run. And we received Lucifer, which is a very fun weapon to use, but people kept cheating on it, so nobody actually noticed how great this weapon actually is. So I need a bunch of souls right now, so I sold my previous like purchases that I made in the previous mission. So like, yeah, that's another good thing about this game, by the way. And well, we can proceed through the very last part of this run, I think. So, Singer here. Again, and again, just want to utilize as much like just charge attacks as I probably can, so I can spawn the enemies much more quicker and much more faster. So like, again, like, I don't think like it's a problem of the game being hard to learn. I think like it's just of the strat being extremely like optimized, you see. Can I get a ball? 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 Thank you. We can throw a rose and, well, yeah. Lucifer basically is a weapon that launches, or like, more like summons, exploding swords that you can throw at the enemies by using your some attacks. So yeah, this is kind of cool. Okay, so for these enemies, we're taking a small deviation from our technically optimized route, whatever you want to call it. We want to use some real impacts and some Lucifer pin-up attacks that we bought already to make these enemies, well, slightly more consistent. Because, like, these enemies can block, and because there is a bunch of, like, Fausts flying nearby, because the enemy, I mean, like, because the weapon deals a lot of AoE damage, again, like, we can utilize that. So, like, you see, there is no useless weapons in a game. Like, there is no strongest weapon. Like, okay, Gilgamesh is your strongest weapon. Okay, fine, you convinced me. But in general, like, the main reason Devil May Cry games are good, and you should like try to like maybe take a look them at least casually. I'm not speaking about the like speedruns. I give up on people actually speedrunning Devil May Cry games already. It's like, that's why there is no Why you should speedrun Devil May Cry games? Hell yeah! Videos from my side. Well, because, well, I gave up, like, seriously. I honestly think that this game is kind of cool to speedrun. Not even like Devil May Cry 4, but like Devil May Cry 3 in example. These games are extremely hard to run. They actually take some practice to do. There is very small amount of like chances you can just jump and get the world record easily. You have to practice, you have to show the skills. So like, does it makes the game like kind of fun to run? I don't know. Because like, I just wanted to improve in a game, so like, I just run it, that's all. I wouldn't say like this game was kind of the game that I liked in the first place. But, well, I just could play it like for a very prolonged amount of time, so I just took my best shot and here we are. At the Valuethon, the best speedrunning marathon ever! Maybe. Okay, so here we can use our another holy water here to optimize our fights a little bit more. You can actually pay attention that Dante actually holds a rose in his mouth. And well, F, nice. So now I'm gonna try and show you a very hard setup for the next segment. Hopefully it will be nice. Hopefully. I fucked up. Well, okay, we're just gonna do it the old way. Full pin-up setup. Fall back. So, if the setup fails, or like if you execute it in the incorrect way, you can utilize this technique called jump cancelling to make this boss die a little bit faster. Not gonna connect. So like, jump cancelling like takes a lot of place in a run. Especially like in a stylish version of playing this game. So, yep. Basically, you can cancel any of your attacks with a jump input. If your model is being very close to the enemy model. So, yeah, that's important. But for now, we're just gonna vandalize some statues first. So we're gonna use some giant laser cannon for that. Where I would take it, you would ask, and I would say I would use my Pandora cannon to do that. Nice. So that's one. I'm gonna perform a very risky cycle that might backfire at me, but I don't care. Fine. Fine. So far so good. Extremely nice. So basically, before you destroy all of these crystals, you can't really proceed through the run. Dodge the attack, he will get... Excusez-moi, senor, please. Can I get your hand? Can you just give me your hand, like, seriously, just give... Thank you. You nearly killed me, but... Can I just give... that... fuck... Thank you. That's not a good start. Fine. 1, 2, 3, 4... Nice. So basically now we skipped a phase by destroying all the crystals before the forehead one was broken. So that means we can just go straight for the boss kill. Nice. For this boss we're gonna use a very difficult cycle. We're gonna try to one-shot the boss. Like, seriously. One-shot the boss. To do that we're gonna shoot this boss twice from our laser cannon. Missed a second shot, happens. Okay, 3 pin-ups, and now I need a visual cue. Should work. This didn't work. Yep. Okay, backup strats. Didn't get the backup strat as well. Fine. Now I got it. Nice. Nice. So now we're back to playing deadweight. Hell yeah! I like playing deadweights. They're so dead, and their weight is so heavy. They're choking me like can't breathe. Okay, so for mission 19, which is the penultimate mission for the game, we're gonna buy Showdown and oh, I even have money for the enemy step. Hell yeah! So we're gonna buy Showdown and Maximum Bet. Both of these will be used in this mission. And basically this one is a boss rush. Boss rush missions are pretty common in Devil May Cry games, so yeah. And well, dice games, we've already played them, so shouldn't be a big problem. Nice. So again, what we want to do is that we want to taunt the enemies first, and then we're gonna just holy water them. Bam. Nice. So the second cube that we have to throw is gonna be either a 6 or 5. I'm using 5 because it's easier for me to just count in case of like I'll screw something up, so yeah. So what we're gonna do is that we're gonna charge shot, use maximum bet 2 times, jump, caliber, roulette spin, and buster the boss. So because we don't have a lot of devil sugar, and I don't wanna risk going too deep on the inputs, we're gonna do just taking hits is fine. Taunt the boss for more DT. Get a max act. Screw this. Collect these orbs because I need some for the last mission of the game. Okay. So the next 2 throws are actually 4 at the start. And it happens that we need 4 at both of these stages, so yep. Another frog fight. We don't get a good start this time. Second jump, nice. Taunt the boss. Can I get a good attack? Nice. Okay. So basically, we're just fighting all the bosses of the game by having a very overpowered character. But usually, like, the boss fights in this game don't go that smoothly as they were in this run. Probably because the game just thought like, hey, this is a marathon run, maybe we should give more value. Hell yeah. Because like in my practice runs, in my regular runs, the frog was never that kind. Okay, so Echidna round 2. Oh, I didn't get a good start. This is gonna be fixed in a second. Come on. Hell yeah! That's not interesting. Yo, can you just stop moving? Can you stop moving? Okay, okay, that's... Okay, got it. She's not gonna die, probably. Yep. Yep. So, well, slightly choked here, but like, nobody cares, right? We have to bring the value. Value, not the speedruns. If you want to watch my speedruns, you can, like, subscribe to me. I mean, just follow me. I don't need your subscriptions now. Just follow me. Wait, is it that bad? Am I choking that badly? So like I'm going overestimate? Hell yeah. Can you get stunned? Okay. So what I want to do here is that I don't want the boss to go into the very long animation of him being like recovering from my attacks. Hell, fuck. Yo, why your dog is protecting you? That's not fair. Okay. So we're just gonna kill this boss with style. By showing you something called Buster animation. Hell yeah! It's unique to every single boss, as you saw already. But still. Oh wait, you only saw Burial and Agnus. Yeah, that's right. You didn't saw the Echidna one. Well. So pretty much we're coming to the end of this run. Man, well, I think I'll throw some end words. So basically, I consider Devil May Cry games very interesting to learn, very hard to like run kind of games. They kind of have some technical core in them. Oh, I made a mistake, but does not matter, I think. So I'm not saying that everyone's gonna like have fun learning this game, but well, I'm not sure like why this game, like what thing this game lacks to be a good speed game, because in my opinion this game like has everything to be a good one. It does not have like a super RNG'd like problems, so like you just want to get some patterns that solve, but like patterns can be manipulated, right? So like you don't have to pray that, well, you get a specific RNG to continue the run. All I have to do is like get a good start and well, that's it, you're ready to go. Can you just die? Oh yeah, the cycle that I'm doing right now is very risky. I don't die. Ah, screw gravity. Nee! Nah, fuck. Okay, fine. Hell yeah! Checkmate. Or like, jackpot, whatever. So, again, I'm not sure why this game like does not have a chance to be showcased in like in marathons, like probably because there is barely any runners in general, so yeah. So that's the time. I'm going to submit this game to the ESA marathons and like probably gonna use this amazing highlight for the rest of the marathons that I'm gonna submit. Devil May Cry 4. Also gonna submit Devil May Cry 5 and like a bunch of other games, so again, if you like this run and if you played this game before, you can check the notes I've made. You can check the guide, a video guide, an actual video guide, guys. I made segmented step-by-step guide where you can learn the game, including the cycles, attacks, montage, cool music included. So yeah, like the guide is not yet finished. Like I've made only 8 missions, but well. Yeah. I just want this game to be like better. I just want the game to be run by cool guys and girls. Well, but because we are in the internet, we must not forget the rule. One of the rules of the internet that there is no girls. But anyway, so I hope you had a bunch of value in this run. I had a bunch of value as well. Stay for the rest of the runs, and well, I hope that this run actually showed you another way of playing this game. And well, I'm Mecha, and it's time for me to go. Thank you.